tên là gì? Anh bao nhiêu tuổi?
Con chào mẹ.
Chào cháu. Cháu tên là gì? Cháu bao nhiêu tuổi? Hiếu ơi là Hiếu, ôi trời ơi. Chào chị. Chị tên là gì? Chị bao nhiêu tuổi?
Hi, xin chào mừng mọi người đã quay trở lại với kênh YouTube của Tieng Viet Oi. Welcome back to TVO YouTube channel. You must be wondering who I am, and we are Quỳnh, Nga, and Huyền, the previous member of TVO videos team. Unfortunately, due to some changes in their personal plans, they can no longer continue to make videos, and from now on, you will see a lot more of me on TVO YouTube channel. So, a little bit about myself. My name is Thanh, and I was born and raised in Hanoi. I have color hair and I wear funky shirts, and I have been teaching Vietnamese at TVO for over a year now. But that is enough about me. Let's circle back to the topic of today's video. Have you ever been in one of those situations when people ask for your name or age but you cannot answer? If you have, then this is the video for you. And even if you know how to answer those questions already, don't skip this, because in this video we're gonna dig deeper into the Vietnamese culture and answer some very interesting questions, like why Vietnamese people don't call each other Mr. or Mrs. Nguyen, or why we always ask the question, how old are you?
Chào anh. Anh tên là gì? Anh bao nhiêu tuổi?
So, did you notice how she said hello? Although everyone knows that xin chào means hello in Vietnamese, you will hardly hear Vietnamese people say xin chào to each other. This is because when we say hello, we normally show respect or intimacy by addressing the person using personal pronouns. So for example, if we say hi, hello to an elderly, then we're not going to say xin chào, but we're going to say cháu chào ông, cháu chào ông. Or if we say hello to our girlfriend, then we're gonna say chào em, or even chào em yêu, chào em yêu. Right? And the Vietnamese personal pronoun can be very tricky, and that's why in today's video we're not gonna talk a lot about it. And if you're interested in knowing more about the Vietnamese personal pronoun, you can click on this link below. And we're gonna talk about some of the more basic one in today's video, right? So for example, if you go to the market to buy food, or if you go to a trà đá Seoul, or even to visit your girlfriend's or boyfriend's parents, then these people are normally the elder generation. So when you talk to them, you're gonna call them bác, and you're gonna call yourself cháu. So instead of saying hello, instead of saying xin chào, you would say, that's it, well done. We would say cháu chào bác, cháu chào bác. Perfect. Or let's say you're going to Circle K, or you're going to a beer hơi, or let's say a clothing store, then these people who work there are normally younger than you, right? So you're going to call them em. So the better way to say xin chào would be, perfect, we would say chào em. And in a romantic relationship, it doesn't matter who is younger or who is older, the guy will always be called anh, and the girl will always be called em. I guess this is because the guy is normally considered, the stronger one, the one to protect and take care of em, the more vulnerable one. So if you go on a date with a Vietnamese guy, you should say, đúng rồi, chào anh, chào anh, excellent. However, we do say xin chào when there is a big group of people and we cannot address each and every one of them. But the conversation doesn't really stop at xin chào, does it? So the next question, the most common one that you're going to ask people when you first meet them is going to be, what's your name? So let's rewatch one of those situations from the beginning of this video to find out how do Vietnamese people ask, what's your name?
Con chào mẹ.
Chào cháu. Cháu tên là gì? Cháu bao nhiêu tuổi? Hiếu ơi là Hiếu ôi trời ơi.
Did you get it? The mom asked, cháu tên là gì? Cháu tên là gì? We know cháu is a personal pronoun, right? And the question, if translated word by word, is going to be, your name is what? And to answer this question is fairly simple. We just need to replace the question what gì with our name. So for example, in my case, I'm going to say, cháu tên là Thanh. Cháu tên là Thanh. And depending on the person you're talking to, you also need to change the personal pronouns accordingly. Pretty straightforward, isn't it? But let's pay attention to the pronunciation bit here. With the word name, tên, there is no tone. So you start high and you stay high. Let's try together, right? Tên, excellent, that's it. And with the other two, you're gonna need to go down a little bit because there is a dấu huy in the lower tone, right? So let's try. We have là gì, là gì. Perfect. So the whole thing together is gonna be tên là gì, tên là gì. Well done, that's it. And here's the fun thing about Vietnamese name. So the Vietnamese name the full name gonna be gonna consist of three parts: the surname, the middle name, and the given name. And we call each other by the given name. For example, mine was Thanh. And Vietnamese name can have a literal meaning of the character that the parents desire for their children. For example, we have Dũng is bravery, or An is mean peace, or Hiêm is its modesty, or our name can refer to some beautiful nature thingy like lotus is Liên is going to be lotus, and Phong is going to be the wind, and Sơn is going to be mountain. Another noteworthy thing is that if people given name is Anh, then they're going to be referred to with both their middle name and their given name, like Minh Anh, Nhật Anh, Ngọc Anh, Mai Anh. And my name is Hồng Thanh. And Hồng in the old Vietnamese language, chữ Hán, means the color red, and Thanh means the color blue. So my name is literally half red, half blue, half this, half that. Or as my parents usually say, nửa người, nửa ngựa, which is half human, half something else. So I guess my parents wanted me to be crazy. My surname is Nguyễn, which I received from my father, and this is one of the most common surname in Vietnam, as it was the last dynasty here, and that is exactly why we don't call each other Mr. or Mrs. Nguyễn, or else we wouldn't know who we're talking about or who we're talking to, because there are gonna be too many Nguyễn in the room. Instead, we're gonna call each other by our given name, and if we're talking to someone who is older, then we're gonna add the personal pronouns to show respect. Like we're gonna say bác Hương, chị Mai, cô Lan, and so on. Yeah, that's it, right? I've been talking too much. Let's circle back to the question. Do you still remember it? How do we ask for somebody's name in Vietnamese? Exactly, it is tên là gì. Well done. But as we discussed so far, the personal pronoun system in Vietnamese is very complex. It's based on the speaker age, gender, social situation, or even social status. So even although it's considered, unusual or even weird or rude in some culture to ask for somebody's age, in Vietnam it's absolutely necessary to establish a social interaction. We need to know each other's age in order to be able to address each other appropriately, right? And in some situation, like for example, if you go to the hospital, you will also be asked for your name and age so that they can write it down on the medical book. So let's rewatch that situation from the beginning of this video to find out how Vietnamese people ask for each other's age.
Chị tên là gì? Chị bao nhiêu tuổi?
Right, so the patient was asked two questions, one of which we just learned, which was đúng rồi, chị tên là gì? Chị tên là gì? What's your name? And the other question was chị bao nhiêu tuổi? Chị bao nhiêu tuổi? Chị is a personal pronoun. Bao nhiêu means how much or how many in Vietnamese, and tuổi is age or years old. So the question can be directly translated into you how many years old, right? And as we discussed earlier in this video, the word orders in Vietnamese in the question and in the answer are the same. So we simply need to replace the question word bao nhiêu with our name. For example, I would say chị 27 tuổi. Chị 27 tuổi. The word tuổi is a little bit tricky, so let's focus on that just a tiny bit, right? With dấu hỏi, the question tone, you will need to go up a little bit before your voice go down, right? So let's repeat after me. We have o, oi, oi, uây, uây, tuổi, 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 tuổi. Em 27 tuổi. Em 27 tuổi. Perfect, that's it. But that's just my age. If you want to know how to say numbers in Vietnamese, you can click on this link below to find out more about it, alright? And that's it. In today's lesson, in today's videos, we already talking about how to say xin chào and how to ask for people's name and age in Vietnamese. Let's see how our students apply this into their real life situation, alright?
Chào anh.
Chào em,
Anh tên là gì?
anh tên là Ben.
Anh Ben. Anh Ben bao nhiêu tuổi?
Anh 27 tuổi.
Con chào mẹ.
Chào cháu.
Chào ba.
Cháu tên là gì?
Chào tên là Naina.
Naina bao nhiêu tuổi?
Chào 23 tuổi.
Chào chị.
Chào,
Chị tên là gì?
chị tên là Gemma,
Chị bao nhiêu tuổi?
chị 35 tuổi.
Ok chị.
That was pretty impressive, wasn't it? If you find this video helpful, if you enjoy it, please like and subscribe to see the latest video in the future. You can also support us on Patreon by clicking in the link below. I'm very happy to see you all here today, and I look forward to see you all in the next video. Bye for now.